I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano, Josh Reese, and Aaron Rosa. Four-man podcast is back, baby.
I am really excited about this. This is going to be fun. I'm not sure how much arguing there will be, but I have never heard of this tier thing before.
Yes.
As the old man in the show, and
Right.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through all of the different MCU
The
movies.
ones that are MCU. We're not doing like every Marvel movie ever made.
Right.
But there's 35 MCU films.
Yep.
As well as, 10 TV shows. So those
Lou
are on there as well.
Ferrigno Hulk?
Those are on there too, the TV
Yeah.
shows. Oh boy.
We could do those. Lou Ferrigno's Hulk? No. No, it's not on there.
I'm trying to figure out where we draw the line. Okay. So that's where we're drawing the line.
That's it. Yeah, only
got
that
it.
is not going to be on here, Josh. Yeah, you thought the show from the 70s was going to be MCU canon?
It was decent.
Did you watch it?
No, but I heard it was decent.
It's my favorite show growing up.
You've watched every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With dad and mom, I think.
Where they just like took the Hulk and it was almost like nothing from the comics. They were just like, hey, we have a red Hulk and he'll just be his brother or something. And then it's like Bruce Banner's brother.
Like
Red Hulk.
Kane, right?
Exactly.
Kane of the Undertaker.
That's where Vince got it from, yeah.
Interesting. That's
Right.
So yeah, one of our fans suggested this a couple weeks ago, and it sounded like a fun thing to do. And I've seen videos on YouTube of people making tier lists for everything. So if this goes well, and if you, the fans, like it, then we could do this again for something else, like DC and other things like that. So hold on. Actually, let me go ahead and screen record real quick.
Oh,
while
yeah.
I remember.
Got to make sure we get everything.
Yeah.
Throw it on the old pod.
So explain to me the letters up here, because
I think A through F is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay,
But
now
S
this-
is just like Supreme, right?
Supreme. Okay.
I'm guessing, that's an
I
Endgame
said
Infinity
Super,
War.
and you seemed like Super was not going to be a thing.
No, I'm fine with Super.
Oh, Super. Okay.
I'm sure Super, Supreme.
So this is
am I
what we
wrong?
consider
Is that
like
no?
A plus.
No, okay, so S is like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
A 9, B 8, and
Okay.
C7, D6.
F
is
would be
5 and
Thor
below.
2. Got it.
And below. F
4
is-
2?
Thor 2 would be F.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Josh.
Got
but
it.
of course.
Got it.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. Maybe Joe likes Thor 2. Who knows?
And then so
Putting that bullshit on me.
like an easy thing would just be to like take everyone's rating and then make an average. But I don't want, if like 3 people feel a movie is an A and then one person hated it, like I don't want that one person to ruin its rating.
Yeah, let's just kill him. Let's
So
just shoot him in the head.
like
and
if
move
3
on.
if 3 out of 4 agree on one letter, then it's just that's it. But if it's like if it's
along, okay.
even split, then we'll take the average.
I'm annoyed, and I feel like this is going to disadvantage Josh. I'm just saying that up front.
I feel like it'll disadvantage. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like Aaron and Joe like these movies more than Josh and I.
Probably.
Although I don't know. It's interesting. I know there's going to be a couple movies that I don't like that I think they'll rate very high. So that works against me as well. But again, it's not a contest. We're just doing a tier list.
Oh, it's a
not.
contest,
This is
buddy.
not competitive.
It's a contest.
This shouldn't be competitive.
I gotta win. Matters. Gotta win.
Like it's not really a bracket. It's
All I know is my movies better make the S. That's all I know.
you
right,
you
Josh.
made
Fuck
your
everybody
movies?
else.
The movies that you made?
Yes, all of the movies I
All right,
made.
I guess we'll see which movies he made. All right, starting off with the first MCU canon film. Everyone knows what that is, right? What's the first one?
Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man. It's
Man.
called Iron Man.
Iron
It's
Man,
not
yes.
called Robert Downey
Yes.
Jr.
Yes,
It's
with
called
our-
Iron Man.
With Robert Downey Jr. Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So we want to take turns going first, or what? I could start us off.
Go ahead.
For me, I really liked the first Iron Man. To me, it's like an 8 out of 10, so I would say it's a B for me. And that's a great start to the MCU.
It is a great start.
Fantastic.
I think if you really, you got to consider the fact that it kind of established this whole entire world. You've got to really come out firing and be amazing. I thought his character was great. I thought it was a good movie. Just because it was the first one, I'd move it to an A.
All right. Aaron?
I'm going to go big here. This movie hooked me on the whole fucking MCU to start with. I loved it so much when it came out. I'm going S.
All right.
You fucking
It's
mind.
gonna be a lot of. No, that's good because I think you'll help us bring the average up when I want.
So
movies
far,
I love.
it's 3 different answers, so I guess we're fucked. Josh?
Tiebreaker.
Unless Josh agrees with one of us.
Obviously an F for me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm with Joe. You know, it helped establish the whole entire universe. It wasn't the greatest movie ever, but it was a home run for their first attempt in a long time.
It was.
And I think I'm going to go with an A.
An A, so it's an A. And I mean, yeah, it's very rewatchable. All you got to do is pop it in. The only big issue with the movie I have is the very end when Rhodey's like, it's just a training exercise, guy. It's like people are dying on the highway right now. It's like, no, we don't have to send the military. They're just training. It's like they're on a public highway and like people are dying. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's the only problem I have with the movie. Other than that, it's fucking great.
Or the fact that Terrence Howard says next time.
Yeah.
And there's just no next time.
No, Nick's not for him.
Not for you,
Definitely
buddy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean,
Sorry.
look, Don Cheadle's a great, a great actor, one of the best.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they just cast him to begin with? He was too big, and then they're like, no, this is MCU's good. Like, it's amazing. Like, all right, I'll
It's
do
funny.
it.
Was it money why Terrence Howard didn't come back?
It
Right?
seems like that.
Yeah.
But also, there's actually been a lot of recasting in the MCU, like more than you actually think. There's been quite a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, next film.
Well, you're totally right because now we have a new Captain America. So
Nah, that's
Yeah.
not what I mean.
okay. I
I'm literally
gotcha.
talking about like specific this character.
General Ross would be an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course, yeah, Hulk as well, which is our next film, Incredible Hulk, starring Ed Norton, which, god damn, how much better. I know I've said this before on the podcast, but if Ed Norton wasn't such a fucking asshole, how much better would all these movies have been with him? And they would have made the Hulk more important because he's a bigger star than Mark Ruffalo. Maybe not anymore,
Right.
because Mark Ruffalo's just in everything, and Ed Norton kind of does smaller movies for the
Yeah.
most part. But if it was Ed Norton, like at the time, he was like an even bigger star than Robert Downey Jr. because this brought Robert Downey Jr. back.
After I saw this movie, once I realized, because we had the post credits after Iron Man,
Yeah.
and then this Hulk came out. After seeing this movie, thinking about Downey Iron Man, Norton Hulk, and then the rest of the Avengers, I got super hard thinking
Yeah.
about that. The fact that we never got Norton in that Avengers,
No.
it's a fucking tragedy.
I'll say this: I'm not a Mark Ruffalo hater. Like, I think he's a great actor. I just think the way he did the Hulk combined with the writing, it was just
Yeah,
kind of a.
I don't like that they dumbed
I think
down.
Ed Norton would have like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
Did you say
I'm not
the Beatles? I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
I'm not going to be dumb. I'm a genius.
I'm the
I have
smartest man alive.
7 PhDs.
Yeah.
He says that in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
oh, right.
Like, yeah, like the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner was taken seriously. Yeah, like the whole movie's not a joke. There's really not that many jokes in this film, but it's like I don't know why the Incredible Hulk got so much hate. I don't understand. To me, it's like a perfect superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 scenes where he turns into the Hulk.
Yep.
And then like it gets progressively better each time because you have what's his name as the villain from Reservoir Dogs, the actor.
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth, yeah.
She-Hulk.
Like that first fight they have together where he's just a human, but he has the super soldier serum.
Yes.
Like that scene's amazing. And then
What
at
about
the end,
when
he
he's-
finally turns into Abomination and they have a great monster fight.
You have a monster fight with the
Yeah.
Hulk. It's amazing. And even like you have Hulk, you can't kill.
Yes.
As much as you're like, you have to kill Abomination. He's
Right.
when he wakes up, he's gonna murder everybody.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit. But even when like the bullies are fucking with everybody and the Hulk beats up the bullies, like you even have a Hulk beating up the bullies scene in this movie.
Yes.
Fantastic.
See how guys talked about how great the movie is. I'm going to say it's a C for me. I always thought it was average. It's not rewatchable for me.
So Josh is on that. I mean, that's the thing
we
is
let him
most people felt that way about this film, and I don't understand.
I just, out of all these other movies, I've probably seen most of them 2 or 3 times. I've never watched the Hulk again.
Oh, he protects Betty.
I've watched it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, even when he's like about to fuck Liv Tyler and he can't, you're like, oh, you feel so bad for the guy.
Yeah.
This guy can't even fuck without hulking out. He would explode her as soon as he went inside. Turns
Yeah.
into the Hulk. She's dead. Oh. So it's an A for me.
Yeah, it's an A
I
for
love
me
this
too.
movie.
A
Same.
for me.
So it's an A, Josh. Suck it. Fuck you,
Go
Josh.
fuck myself.
Go fuck myself.
Absolutely. All right, next up, we've got Iron Man 2.
Ooh.
You know, it's funny. Funny thing about like Iron Man got 3 sequels before anyone else got got another one, or it got 3 movies before
yeah.
anyone else got 2.
The second one, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Well,
So,
they were
yeah.
riding that Robert Downey Jr. wave. Like, they were like, oh my God, Iron Man made, I don't forget how much it made, but more than any other superhero movie ever.
Yeah. So Iron Man 2, I'm not a fan of the
I
Iron
really
Man
enjoyed
sequels.
Mickey Rourke. I thought he was pretty good.
He's pretty good, but then like at the end, it's like, all right, you're finally gonna fight Iron Man. What's your big plan? Oh, I'm just gonna grab them with my ropes. And then what's your plan after that? Well, nothing. I'm just gonna tie them up in a lasso and then hold them there. But
It
then
was-
what's your plan after that? Well, no, I'm just gonna hold them there, and
It
that's
was
it.
more about
electrocute him.
Justin Hammer too. You know, you introduce another villain, Justin Hammer, into the universe.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't have the-
enjoyed it.
yeah,
I
I
thought it
don't-
was a B.
I don't have the hate that everyone has for this movie, but it's a C. I'm a C. You're a B, Josh?
I'm a B.
It was definitely a drop off for me. I'd go B. It was still kind of fun, but it was a
I
big
would
drop
never
off.
watch it again. It's either a D or an F for me. I'll go F.
F. That
Yeah.
low. So I'm guessing that's going to average in like a C or a D.
We all pick different ones.
B, B, C, F.
BBCF.
Yeah.
I mean, if 2 people picked B, then we could just put it at a B.
I'd say
No,
that
I think-
averages out to what, a C?
A
I would
C?
say a C. Yeah.
Probably.
No, I like your thing. If it's 3, that's good. If it's
Okay.
that, otherwise we average. And I'm a C plus, so that's why I think a C is good.
Sure. Next up, we've got Thor.
The original
Before he was cool. Before it was good.
Thor before.
This is an easy F for me. The whole movie is so
What?
the movie is boring. Fucking tell me one thing that happens.
He
lost
becomes
his
Thor. He lost his
powers.
power.
He had to get his powers
At
back.
the very beginning.
It shows you how like it's you have to be righteous because he was a punk. He was a punk ass bitch.
Who's the villain?
His dad.
Who was the villain? Who did he
Loki.
fight? Yeah.
Oh,
And
so-
that
Loki's
big and that big
yeah, the giant metal mine.
The day the earth stood still guy. Yeah.
When have you
Listen,
guys watched this
it's not-
movie over?
I have watched it over before. It's not the greatest movie on earth. It's not an F. It's not an F.
It's an F
It's
for
a
me.
C at the least.
All right, Josh. What are you saying?
C.
C. Aaron.
I'll go. It's either a B or a C.
B.
There's no way.
I'll go B. I'll go B.
8 through 10 is like movies you watch again. You've watched Thor more than once?
Yes,
Like willingly.
I liked it.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Again, I'm just going with what I would have said. I thought there's plenty of movies that are gonna be D and Fs for me, so I would put C on this.
Okay.
And Andrew, F.
F.
Oh man, that's again leaning
another-
more D.
Okay.
Yeah, right. You got a B, C, C, F,
Where are we? Oh, here.
and it's a
okay.
low F for Andrew.
Well, I mean, it's an F is
No,
an
put
F.
it as a D. Put it as a D. I
right.
think that's fair.
It's a D. There
Yeah.
you go. That's being polite, honestly, in my opinion, but
All right.
it is what it is. Next up, we've
so
got.
exciting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I see all these other ones we still have to do. I'm like, ooh.
Right.
That's amazing.
Next up, we've got Captain America: The First Avenger.
All right, I'll go first on this one because I might have the highest rating. This one also doesn't get the greatest love, but the fact that you see his arc and how awesome he is and why he's great. And again, I was 5'4" as a freshman in high school, and I was bullied, and I had a big mouth, and he's the kid that always got beat up and had the heart of gold. And this whole story's about that. You could see his arc with Bucky that plays out later. The scientist, Stanley Tucci, who believed in him when they do the grenade thing, and Tommy Lee, what's his name?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, throws the grenade and he proves his point. You know what I mean? And it's like
Those scenes.
and his dynamic with
Yeah.
Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter.
Yep.
That's all the
flag.
first 20 minutes of the movie.
It's like 30, 40. He's
It's
trying
like
to get
the first
in.
20 minutes. And
He
the
fights
beginning of the
Germans
movie.
the rest of the movie.
The beginning of the movie is really great. The beginning of the movie is great. What you said,
Yeah.
the grenade, everything.
When he
but then
becomes
when
Captain
he becomes
America?
Captain America, there's this huge drop off.
Did this that's the one I don't understand. They made him. They made the super soldier. He literally is fast and he can jump. And it's like, okay, I get why they couldn't make 1 million more right away, but you got Superman. Why is he not in the front of the war? Go on a tour, talking to people
Yeah, it
about
was goofy and
it was
silly,
weird. Was the comic like that too? They didn't use him right away?
I don't
weird.
remember. That was
Yeah.
old.
No one
40s,
fucking
50s.
read Captain America comics.
One.
No one. Like, they made Captain America more popular than he's ever been. No one fucking picked up a Captain America
you're right.
comic.
Okay,
I actually
Andrew,
watched
just
it.
give it the F and move on.
I
Jesus.
did.
Wait,
All
did
right.
you really?
It's an F, yeah.
What? An F? Listen, this is better than the Incredible Hulk. This is an
No,
A.
it's not.
This is
No,
an
it's
A
not.
for
It's
me.
an A?
I
Anyway.
really like this movie. It's good.
I'm gonna go B. with
Red
my
Hulk.
official
Red
title.
Hulk. Red.
That's my first.
Red Hulk.
Red.
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 Red. Thank you, Josh.
Red.
Aaron, what's
Big
your grade?
red.
Aaron, you went
Josh, what's your rating?
Red. Red. Red Hulk.
no.
I'm gonna go B. I really enjoyed it.
B. All right. Well, Josh,
Josh.
what's your official rating? All I've heard was,
I was
red.
being serious. It was an A. I really like this movie. If the Incredible Hulk is an A, Captain America is an A.
That's not how you do
No,
this.
that's
not
how
how
I'm-
you do
that's
it.
how I'm doing
no,
it.
that's not how you do it.
well, this is how Josh does it.
Well, you're doing it wrong. You're going to fuck up this whole thing.
You thought Hulk was a C.
Yeah. Hulk sucked.
So it. Okay.
so
Hulk
now he's just
sucked.
comparing everything to Hulk.
Hulk sucked. Captain America was good. It's an A.
Okay.
Okay, you can't compare it to what other people think the movie is. It's
Yeah,
about what
it's
you think the
stupid.
movie is.
I also think it's
Now
an
we
A.
have to have Josh go first every time so that he doesn't fuck up the rest of it.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. So what are we at then?
It's a 70 something.
Call it the Josh factor.
C?
Yeah.
All right.
It's the average is a C.
That's fine. Then we've got the first Avengers film. That's where it's like, you can't call Captain America 1 an A and then you have the Avengers film. Like Josh.
Right.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like what is the first Avengers film to you? If Captain America 1 is an A, what's Avengers?
It's a
Where all of
C
them.
for me,
That's
probably.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Can we send him out?
I don't understand what's happening here.
Can we just-
I
We love you, Josh. You have to go.
Represent the common man for this podcast.
No,
I
you
think a lot
don't.
of people are going to agree with me.
Who's the
Listen,
common man? What's
it's
your height? What is
all
your
the
hand
peop-
size?
all the people in
You're
the box.
below common.
All the people in the box. Listen, it was a good movie. Was it great? No, it was average. It was average for
I'm
me.
considering S, my first S here.
What?
The first Avengers? The Come Together movie?
No, there's very few S's in this.
Oh my God.
MCU.
Loki's amazing. This whole movie's amazing.
Was there theme
The
music
Hulk?
that came with Old Yeller? Can we just take him out back at this
I'd
point?
love to.
All right, so Josh, you say most people would agree with you.
I would think so.
That's not. Hold on. The first Captain America film on Rotten Tomatoes has a 75 audience score.
Bam.
Okay.
Avengers 91. So
So
no, they
no
wouldn't
one
agree
agrees with you.
I agree with myself, and that's all that matters.
Well, you're the average man to yourself.
So what'd you say?
Yes.
C.
C.
All right, it's an A for me.
Aaron.
It's an S for me. I love this movie so much. The first time we see them all get together, finally,
Yeah.
getting to see the moment where even Robert Downey Jr. has the moment all right, Cap, tell us what to do. Lead the way. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's an S for me. For
Seeing
sure.
the- I'm always angry. Oh, my God.
I know.
it's a-
That's what's funny is they did give Hulk the best
Hulk
parts.
stole the movie.
He did, and then
Yeah.
after that, not so much. But he did steal this one.
Yeah.
So CSSA.
Whoops.
That seems like an A.
It's an A.
Yeah. that
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
We just hit an A.
All right. Moving it up there. Next up, we've got Iron Man 3. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate.
This
Guys.
movie sucks.
It's fucking it's Tony Stark gets home for Christmas. That's what this is. And he's not even Iron Man like the whole movie.
Yeah.
I think he's in the Iron Man suit once. Like he's
Right.
not even in the suit the whole movie.
He's got to learn how to outsmart people without the Iron Man.
I'm shocked that. And the Mandarin's not even the fucking Mandarin.
Yeah.
He's like one of the best villains.
That was
and it's some
a
and
huge
Ben
problem.
Kingsley's an actor. And
The big twist was that like he wasn't the Mandarin, and
I enjoyed the reveal.
no, it was dumb.
No.
Because it was something you would write. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, even at the end where it's like,
is this where
fucking
yeah, good, sorry.
where what's her name? She's fucking in the Iron Man suit.
Pepper Potts?
Pepper is in the Iron Man suit and not
Right.
him.
Right.
And it's like, what's the need of Iron Man if he can just at any point call 30 Iron Man bots to do all the work for him?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And then at the very end, he's like, you know what? Clean slate, activate clean slate, and all the Iron Man bots blow up. And he's like, oh, I guess I'm not going to be Iron Man. At the very end, he's like, I'm Iron Man. It's like, what the fuck? You just, like, what just happened?
You just blew everything up.
Yeah. Made no sense.
He had to
And then the whole time it's like,
himself
oh,
from
I have
the
the shrapnel in my heart, and that's why I need this device. Or I can just go to the hospital real quick, and they can fix everything.
Right? That part sucked too.
It was so dumb.
I
This movie
enjoy-
was garbage.
I enjoyed it. I've watched it multiple times. It's a B for me.
But Pepper Potts had the power. She had the superpower.
yeah, she did.
Yeah,
Why did that
serum.
never come up ever again? Did
Like,
she
must
lose
have
it?
No,
lost
because
it.
yes, they ended up taking it out of her or whatever. Or Tony ended up
Because it does
fixing
kill
it.
you. You explode if you have it for too
Right,
long.
right.
Yeah.
The extremists is that what it was?
This is an F.
What?
This is an F. Oh wow. This is their first fail where they hurried up to. It's funny because look, a few fails in a row coming up here.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they got their fastball back fast. All right, so F for me, Andrew,
Yeah, F.
Aaron.
I'll go D.
All right,
It wasn't that
Josh.
bad.
I thought it was a B.
We gotta go. We gotta do Josh first. You're right.
Yeah.
because this average is getting ridiculous. I guess D.
All right, D overall.
You can almost say F because you have two Fs and a D.
Well, here's one we'll probably all agree on. Thor, Dark World. You know, it's funny.
Yep.
I still have never seen it. Because I didn't like the first Thor.
Then you can't vote.
I can't vote, no.
All right, you
But
can't
like,
It's okay. It's
I'll
okay.
vote for you.
yeah, right.
I don't think we're gonna need your vote.
I didn't like the first Thor, and then the second one came out, and I wasn't interested in seeing it, and then everyone was like, it's fucking terrible. So I didn't see it. No need to.
It was terrible. Very, very bad. And it's an F.
You didn't see Loki die for the first time, second
Time.
third time.
Yeah.
No, it's an F.
All right, then. Our first official F.
Andrew abstained.
Because unfortunately.
Was Josh
I
an F too?
You know,
Okay. Oh wow. Our first sweep.
there you go. Next up, we've got Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Very underrated movie.
Very much.
Josh,
I liked this movie a lot. And it's probably an S for me.
it's an S for you. What the
Yeah.
fuck is happening?
Okay.
This was one of my favorite movies.
This is
Okay.
Winter Soldier.
So my favorite movie.
One of my favorite movies.
That's that. Your one of your favorites is in
Yeah.
A. All right.
There's
This-
very few.
So
This
A,
is-
Josh.
This is an S.
S.
And Avengers is a C.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Josh.
What are you
Jesus
doing here?
Christ.
Don't troll this. This is cool. You can be cool.
I'm being 100% honest. This is one of my favorite movies in the entire Marvel
It wouldn't
universe.
be Josh. He wouldn't be Josh if he didn't completely disagree with everyone.
Okay, S. Aaron.
I thought Winter Soldier was really great. I'd go A.
Yeah, I'm an A. I thought it
What's
was really
the
good.
difference? We're arguing between an A and an S, and Josh is an asshole because
S
he
is-
thought it's one of his favorite movies, not an A? Go fuck yourself.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's the fact that you put Avengers at a C and this at an S.
It was
That's what it's about.
mid.
All right,
You're
we need to
mid.
calm down. Once again, it's not a contest. It's just,
Oh, it's a contest.
it's not.
It's not a contest, but Josh is wrong.
It's a B for me.
A B. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's an A.
All right, it's an A. Let's do it. Drop it in there. We'll get our first S eventually.
Or B.
All right, next up, we've got the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
I can't stop this feeling.
Who wants to go first? I don't think it matters. anymore with
Soundtrack
Josh.
alone, it's an A, right? I mean, this is one of their better movies that they've done.
almost
Guardians
a
of the
smart
Galaxy.
thing to say, Josh.
Guardians of the Galaxy, I knew nothing about going
Same.
in, and then afterwards, I was hooked on all these motherfuckers going forward.
No one
I
knew.
loved their characters.
No one ever
Loved
heard
them.
of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Peter
before.
Quill
Most
ended up
people.
being one of my favorite characters. Love him.
All right.
Yeah, they fucking nailed it. This is an A for me.
Yeah, I think A across the board probably.
Sure.
All A's.
Here we go.
Sweeping the A's.
Then we've got Avengers: Age of Ultron. This
Josh.
was.
I love this.
Go ahead, Josh.
I start. This was also mid. I didn't like this one very much.
I'm gonna have to agree with Josh. It was not. To me, it was just okay. Like to me, it's like a C.
I love James Spader, and like he was a great villain. I don't know. I thought this was amazing. Like finally,
What
they
was his-
almost destroyed the entire world.
Yeah. Well, you know, it just wasn't that interesting for me. The shitty version of Quicksilver was in it, and killing him off was supposed to be this huge moment. I felt nothing. I didn't
Right.
give two
Because they didn't develop him
tinny
very
fucks
much.
that he died.
Thank you.
He also sucked.
Right.
And this was after the Quicksilver from Fox that they brought over.
He only sucked because we saw a better Quicksilver.
He sucked either way. Even his super speed was lame how they filmed it.
Yeah.
This movie had like a couple of good scenes, and that was it for me.
Wow.
Like Vision picking up
the
Thor's
last 30
hammer.
minutes was amazing.
It was just another
Creating
CGI
Vision.
fight with like fighting all the CGI villains.
I really liked the Vision stuff in this one. He was well used here.
Yeah.
All right, so Josh, what's your official?
See,
C, Aaron?
I'll go B.
B. It's an S, I'm sorry.
It's an S?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy, Joe.
love
When you
it.
kind of
That's
compare
ins-
this
I
to
loved
like
it.
Endgame and Infinity War later.
Well, again,
It's the same?
A lot of all the Avengers movies are S's for me. You know, you can't say it like that. Now you're making fun of Josh.
No, I'm not.
Your favorite movie of all time is your favorite. Just because this one's a little bit lower, it can still have the same score.
But Endgame is and Infinity War, like it's as good as that. That's the same
if
rating.
those are 100, this is like a 98 for me. So no, they're better movies, but I loved it that much. I'm just being honest.
well, then it's an A if it's a 98.
I'll make it an A. Sure. You want just to make it? There you go. What is your score?
It's a C.
C.
Yeah.
So A, B, C, like a low B.
yeah, it might be our first B.
First B. There you go.
There you go.
Next up, we've got Ant-Man 1.
Oh man, S. Josh.
S. I liked it, but like
It was good. Paul Rudd's
S?
great. You know,
I thought it was a good solid B. It was a fun movie. It was very fun.
it was fun. It had
Very
a lot of humor
comic-y.
in it. Yeah,
It was good. I know. I never need to watch it again. And, like
Yeah.
it kind of compares with like Captain America, Brave New World. Like it was good. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't need to watch it again. Like that's a 6 out of 10 for me. So that's a D.
Ooh, I'm gonna go C. I
Aaron,
think it was.
I mean, this wasn't quite like Guardians level, but they did a really good job. I'd go B.
B. Wow.
yeah.
Josh, what was your official?
I was B as well.
B, B, C, D. So like a low B or a high C. I'm feeling C on that.
All right then.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Ant-Man is a C. Then we've got Captain America Civil War, which is essentially just another Avengers movie, but we're missing Thor and Hulk.
Is that why it's not an S?
Well, no, that's why it wasn't called Avengers.
This
They
is
weren't
an
in it.
S for me. I loved it. The
This movie was
teams, the
incredible.
team ups. You got some Spider-Man in there.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
great.
Meeting him
See,
for the
Baron
first
Zemo-
time.
here's the
Zemo
problem.
with his plan. He was scheming.
If you take out the airport scene,
Uh-huh.
the rest of the movie, you know what I mean? Like the airport scene is by far the best scene. The rest of the movie, to me, is like okay.
But if it's that good, I think it can carry
I think it
a
carried.
movie.
Anchorman 2 had the fight scene in Anchorman 2 was incredible. It did not save that movie. Now, this is not as bad as Anchorman 2, but that one really good scene and the scene where Tony, meets Peter in his apartment, they're both very good.
Oh man!
But
this
like
movie.
it's not an S or an A.
And
for
the
me.
I
end-
loved-
the end of the movie's amazing.
Right, the end.
with that reveal.
Baron Zemo just like actively like taking apart the Avengers one by one almost. It was great. I loved it. His plan was awesome.
So Josh,
S.
I'm gonna go S as well. I think this is amazing.
I'll go A.
I've already
It's not
watched
one of
it.
their very best, but it was really strong. I loved the Cap and Iron Man back and forth coming to a head in that thing. That was great.
It's a B for me.
B.
Also, Andrew talks about how like that one scene, the airport scene was great. The battle between between Iron Man. Oh, it was Iron Man and Cap. That was great. That's one of the most memorable
Bucky.
things. And Bucky. That was one of the most memorable things in the MCU universe.
You don't like the scene where he recruits Spider-Man and goes to his house?
I said that.
You don't like the scene at the end where he fights Captain America and Bucky?
Yeah, sure, it's fine. I mean that's fine.
It's not just one scene though. This movie has a lot to it.
I said two. I said I really liked 2 scenes in the movie. Yeah.
All right.
But it's a long movie, and there's a lot of filler in there.
This is an A then.
All right.
With our average S
Civil
S
War
A
goes
B.
to an A. Then we've got the first Doctor Strange movie.
Wow.
Again, forgettable to me. There's not, I couldn't really tell you one thing that happened until the very end.
He broke all his fingers in his hand.
Marmaduke, I'm here to bargain. That's really the only thing I
was good.
remember.
It was good.
Mamu.
Yeah.
I'm here to bargain.
Babadoo. whatever
Habada.
that is.
The Huckabuck.
I think it's a C for me.
C.
It's a D for me. I would
D.
never watch it again.
D
But it was
for me.
fine. Like it was enjoyable, but just to see once.
A D in the MCU is not a bad grade, honestly. Like
6 out of 10 is above average.
Right.
It's a D. It's a passing grade.
Josh, what did you say? C.
Yeah,
Aaron?
I'd also go C.
CCDD. It's our first kind of,
Oh, wow.
got to pick one.
Wow.
Anybody really care?
I'm fine with it being a D. It's
There you go. Aaron relented. It's over.
Someone
he
has
sold
to
you
make
out,
it a-
Josh.
sorry, Josh.
Sold you out. Aaron's like, well, if I'm going to agree with, it's either I have to choose Team Josh or.
Team Josh is underrated. Let's be
It was
honest.
underwhelming. I think D's a good.
Then we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with Kurt Russell as the villain, who I thought he killed it. A lot of people didn't like this one as much. I really enjoyed Guardians 2. You also had Baby Groot, which everyone loved. And Kurt
Mantis?
Russell just carried this film, man.
Mantis was fun.
Kurt Russell as
the
a villain.
reveals first to reveal, he's part God. That's why
Yeah.
he didn't die, or he
Right.
doesn't die, which then is also a callback later on
Yes.
in Guardians 3 as well. And then also the fact that he killed his mom, and you're like, oh my God. So
Yeah.
now it's God versus God.
Oh, when you see his face when he realizes what? Oh, my God! And then the Yondu payoff shit. Like, I may not be.
Oh, that was the best.
I'm gonna eat you, boy. It's like he
But
might have been your daddy, but I'm your papa, or what do you think?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like he may have been your father, but he wasn't your
But
daddy.
he wasn't your daddy.
Yeah.
That actually might have been the first time
You cried. I don't know.
you cried in MCU film. Like that was the first moment where Yondu dying. Because to me, I'm also seeing Merle die for a second time.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like Merle. Like I was basically Daryl Dixon on the floor watching zombie Merle walk towards me. But yeah, so I really liked Guardians 2. I would watch it, over and over. What do you guys think?
I'm going to start this off and give Guardians of the Galaxy 2 another S.
Another
Another
S
S.
for Josh.
That's
Okay.
up there.
Josh, you said there was hardly any S's in this. You're giving nothing but S's.
How many S's?
I've given
let's
3
see.
S's so far.
A B C A C B C
Three
A
S.
C B F S A C B S C S.
Yeah.
It's a lot of S's.
Clearly, I've given the worst ratings. I think that's obvious.
4 fails.
Must be miserable hating life, Andrew. Jesus, look at all those F's. God damn.
All right, Aaron, what's your score?
I was an A. Loved this movie.
Yeah.
By the way, there are other movies out there that aren't superhero films, Aaron. Just so you know.
Yeah, Italians murdering each
I
other.
knew he was going to
Great.
say that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I watched.
You know what's funny about this movie is I've never watched it again and haven't really had a real desire to. So
I've
for
watched
me,
it twice.
for me, I would go B, but like a really high B. Because I'd rather watch the Hulk again. I'd rather watch Iron Man again. I'd rather watch Winter Soldier again, Avengers. So
I would say
I would
A.
put B. So then it's an A.
There you go. All right, throw it up there. Guardians 2 is an A. Oh, Spider-Man
Here we go.
Homecoming.
Here we go.
Here's the thing. I might have to pull a Josh thing here because so many movies have been called S's, and like for me that's ridiculous. Like I was going in here gonna be like, yeah, Homecoming's an A because for me, like none of these movies compare to Endgame and Infinity War. So I was just for me, those are gonna be my only 2 S's. But if we're getting like, if S's are just fucking like candy now, then I don't know.
Apparently, I'm the only one that thinks movies are S's, and none of mine are up there.
No, I
so.
think you have to look at it like this. Like an S is just you'd rewatch it all the time. It was a great movie. A great movie.
That's an A. You're describing an A, not
Yeah,
an
but then
S.
to you
an S
only-
is an all-time.
Only Infinity War and Endgame were going to be an S, and nothing else like deserves to be up there.
Well, that's my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm arguing.
But like the best movies ever, are there 1,000 of them, or are there like a few?
we've got 0 so far.
Yeah, but obviously we're gonna have some.
Yeah,
But like that's almost like saying, well, most movies are the best movie ever. Like, no, they're not.
right.
So I'll wait to go.
I thought it was a solid A. I thought it was really, really good. I loved the chemistry that Zendaya and Tom Holland had.
Yeah.
Solid A.
Aaron?
I'd agree with that. I think that's an A.
Yeah, it's an A.
All right, I'm good with an A then. Throw it up there.
Sweep it. We got to sweep.
To me, it's above and beyond the rest of the A's we have, though. But again, that's just me. I know I'm the Spider-Man mark, but that's going to be the highest Spider-Man letter for me going forward. That's for sure. I'm going to turn into an asshole pretty quickly here.
Oh, boy.
Next up, we've got Thor Ragnarok. We know each other. He's a friend from work. I just rewatched this last night,
Okay.
and it's still amazing.
Yeah.
That's an A for me. And really, that's like when it comes to comparing to Infinity War and Endgame, this is as close to an S as it could be. But for me, it's an A.
That's
it's
why
so much fucking
That's
fun.
why for me it's an S.
This was
This
Guardians.
is one of my favorite movies.
This
of
was
all time.
Guardians level good. This was an A for sure.
Josh?
You had Kate Blanchett. You had Odin dying.
Yeah.
Giving the power to his sons.
Yes.
It's so emotional.
Loki's
It was great.
face-ish turn,
Yes.
you know?
Solid A. Solid A.
Like a great combination of action and comedy where it wasn't too silly, but it was really funny. Jeff Goldblum, you know, was amazing.
Carl Urban.
And then, oh, by the way, yeah, Carl Urban stealing the show with machine guns.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's right.
I got these from a place called Texas, or
Texas.
this is Des and Troy, because it's destroy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's fun.
A place called Texas.
Texas.
I'm really close to making this an S. But I,
think
guess
it's an S.
I guess it's our.
It's our first S. Come on.
It's an
boys.
S. All right, put it up there. It's an S.
No, you don't change anything, Josh.
You don't change anything. I'm just remembering the
had
Des and
that.
I'm just remembering the Des and Troy joke. It's a Cowboys joke.
Well, sure, it was great, but one
It's
joke
great.
makes the movie an S.
It's an
man.
S. God damn it.
The best joke
What
in
were
the
you the god of again? And then he's thunder, and then he fucking hits her
Are
with
you
the ball.
Thor, the god of hammers?
The God of
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. Ah!
Yeah.
Comes down into the pile of bad guys. Oh my God.
The best joke is
The Hulk is like, he flies and he falls and he just falls limp, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe he can't be the Hulk anymore. No, of course.
the Hulk is a joke. The best
Hulk
joke
ass.
is get help. Let's do get help.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing get help. Get help! Yeah, so there you go. Thor Ragnarok is an A. Then we've got Black Panther. Josh, don't be racist.
I'm not racist. This was. It's not as,
As you
good
can
as
see,
any of the other
I
ones.
am not dead.
I love Killmonger though. He was great.
Michael B. Jordan was
He was
by
good.
far the best in
I'm
this
gonna
movie.
give it a solid C. Solid C.
Solid C.
Like a strong, hard, veiny C.
Jesus Christ. For me, it's like, I would say like a 6.5. That's still a D though. So for me, it's a D. Again, it's a good movie to watch once,
Yep.
or, you know.
Aaron?
I mean, going by your logic, Andrew, a great movie needs a solid villain. I thought Michael B. Jordan was a real solid villain.
He was.
I'd go B on this.
He was, but like the rest of the movie wasn't. And that CGI fight at the end, it just looked like you're watching a cartoon. And cartoons are fine, but this wasn't supposed to be a cartoon.
Right.
It looked like a cartoon. Like
Yeah.
this was like the first MCU film where it was like, what the fuck is up with the CGI?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the last though.
That's true.
Right. For me, it's a C, so I think that's where it goes.
It is a C. All right. Next up, now we finally got an S. Avengers Infinity War. I'm just going to throw it up there right now. Any objections?
Yep.
Josh?
As in, yep, you have an Egyptian?
Objection.
Objection.
Egyptian? Are you
Objection.
Egyptian?
Objection.
All right, Josh.
I thought it was an A. Listen, in-game
You're not. Don't fuck this
In
up.
Best
game
movie in the whole Marvel
is way
universe.
better. This is below
It's not
it.
way
It's
better.
an A for me. It's an A for me.
So stupid.
Aaron's about to ruin this whole thing.
Aaron?
Aaron.
This is not going to be me ruining shit. You knew how I was voting on this. This was on Josh.
It's still an A,
Josh,
right?
Josh dropped the ball for y'all on this.
Aaron
Just say
hates
S
this.
so we can
Aaron,
make it an
Josh-
S.
Aaron
Josh-
hates this movie.
Josh
Hates?
dropped the ball for y'all on this.
Hold on, if Thanos didn't win at the end,
Three
would it have been an
S's.
S?
Three S's would have carried it for
Josh, let him change.
Josh, can you change it to an S?
Is it an
you. It's up
F
to you, Josh.
for Aaron?
I don't know. What is it for you, Aaron?
What's the official score?
I would go B.
Okay.
Not bad. It's not bad. It's
Well,
really,
again, you said what's the difference
really
between
good.
one letter grade, and now you're yelling at Aaron for that. So go S, Josh. Go S. Come on. It deserves
sell
to
it
be
for
there.
me. Sell it for me.
Fucking the first time
When
the
Thor
bad guy
shows
was
up in the fucking Wakanda,
Bring me
And they're-
Thanos!
and they're fucking getting their asses kicked, and then Brad Bruce is like, "Oh, you're all dead now."
I told you you'd die for that. You should have gone for the head.
The whole movie builds up Thanos. He's by far the best villain. It's not even close. The
Give
best
it an
villain.
S. Give it an S.
The
Thank you,
Guardians
Josh.
save Thor. He's just floating in space.
All the fucking characters from the past 10 plus years of the MCU all finally are in a movie together. Like all of them.
I just want it known that this is a low S for me.
That doesn't
just
make any
so,
make any sense.
Just so in game will be a high S.
Okay,
so
Josh.
it's a low
That's not
S.
how that works.
all right,
Low
S hole.
It is an S.
All right.
There you go. Then we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Do that again, Josh.
Listen, it's not Quantumania.
It's not Quantumania.
So Quantumania is going to be an F. So this has to be a D.
Yeah, D. Again, saw it once.
I'm good with a
forgettable.
D.
That's it.
D
right?
works, yeah,
Everyone
D.
agrees there.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to waste our
Sweep
time
the D.
talking about that. Captain Marvel, I feel like, is right in the same boat. Another D.
Yeah, give it a D.
D.
Aaron?
I'd go C personally, but I'm fine with D.
All right, that's a D. Let's not waste our time talking about these mid movies. Then we've got Endgame.
S. This is the best one of all of them.
It's an S.
Cap. On your left.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
I mean, that
S.
moment, the Avengers assemble, like, just amazing.
Fat Thor. Getting
Fat
Thor
Thor.
back on the crew.
Fat Thor
So
is
great.
Every nerd everywhere.
one of the best,
Kaleo.
maybe the best MCU character is Fat Thor. just so sad, afraid to lose anyone again because he's lost so many people.
When he says Avengers assemble, all us nerds collectively.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were all like, this.
Yes.
In the theater together.
Yes. So many people clapped in the movie theater I was in. Like, unlike movie theaters where I've been in where people have laughed at movies and stuff like that, this was a very, very communal experience.
Captain America picking up Mjolnir. Like, yeah, just so many amazing moments. Aaron, the first time you saw this, you hated it, and then you saw it a second time and you loved it.
I did because I just couldn't get past losing Tony Stark. That just killed everything for me. I was enjoying the movie a lot up until then, and then I just.
But if it wasn't for money,
it
that
like
would have
having
been the last movie in this whole
it
thing.
was like having a bad breakup. It just soured everything about it for me, and I couldn't see past it.
Yeah.
And when you guys made me watch it again, and I was able to just watch it for what it was,
Yeah.
it just made me appreciate it that much more.
I mean, it is true because the whole movie you're having so much fun. It's the most fun you're having, like, period. And then at the very end, it's like, "Fuck you, he's dead," and you're like, "Fuck."
And it's just there's so many levels.
But it's such an amazing moment because of the sacrifice that he
Right.
makes.
Oh,
like,
my God,
it's such
it's great.
a powerful
Sacrifice
thing.
if a movie makes you
everywhere.
fucking cry for real, that's great. That's a great thing. That puts it higher.
Natasha
should
had a
never-
sacrifice. That was one of the most
Oh, man.
Yeah.
heartbreaking things. I mean, like, this movie had everything you could ask for in an MCU
And
movie.
you should never watch it in public or on a plane. I made that mistake because then you're just crying and you're crying on a plane.
Sir, you okay? It's my allergies.
Yeah. So it's an S. There you go. Endgame and Infinity War up there where they belong. Next up, we've got Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the one with Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. It's funny. The first time I saw this, I loved it. I was like, this is on par with Homecoming. But then I watched Homecoming more. I watched this a couple more times. And it's really not on the same level as Homecoming for me. So
I don't think so either.
for me, it's like, it's a B.
I was thinking C.
It's a B or a C.
I'd go B.
B's fine.
It's
Throw it
still
on
good.
B.
Jake Gyllenhaal did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B? All right.
Yeah, B's good.
Yeah. But like the fact that they had scroll shit at the very end, like that,
Yeah.
like the whole time Nick Fury
Shoehorned
was
in.
just a fucking scroll. I was
So
like, what the
stupid.
fuck? And
That's
that was
so
a
dumb.
mid-credit scene, but
Right.
that was annoying.
And it just fucked everything up going forward. Who's the fucking scroll now? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, we'll get to another show later that's going to have that same problem.
Next up, we've got the Black Widow movie that they decided to put out after she died for some reason, which was very strange. But it's funny, like, in terms of what happened in this movie, like, the plot is forgettable, but, like, the two characters that came out of this,
Yelena, right?
Yelena and
And
Red
Red-
Guardian,
right.
were really good.
And now they're future in the universe now.
Yeah, like, if they weren't in this movie, like, Scarlett Johansson, she was very boring in this film, and that's her character. She's kind of boring, but, like, they stole the show. CGI was the big problem as well. People have shown clips of, like that. Like, a fucking bomb explodes in Yelena's face. She's not a superhero, and she's fine. And she's also hundreds of feet in the air and somehow survives. But she was a great character. So was Red Guardian. So I would say, like, it's a C, just because it's definitely better than like Thor 1
I'll
and
second
2
that.
or Thor.
I'm good with a C.
Yeah, I'm good with a C.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. The movie was fine, but Yelena and Red Guardian really saved it.
All right. Black Widow, C. Then we've got Shang-Chi. That's another movie where I can't remember anything that happened other than the bus scene. The bus fight scene was cool. Characters were pretty boring to me, including the villain.
Aquafina was kind of annoying.
She was annoying.
Yeah, like their arc was stupid too.
I feel like I don't want to give it an F, but like I think it's an F.
I think it's an F.
I think it's an F.
I didn't
It's like
hate
a
it.
65 for me, which is
That's a D.
a D.
Yeah. I would say D. Like barely like a 6. Just I would never watch it again.
I don't know. Maybe it is an F. Fuck.
I would never watch it. But it wasn't like bad. It was just like, yeah, I don't really.
It's forgettable,
No plot,
and
no
that's
good
what
characters.
F stands for, is forgettable.
It's true.
I didn't see it, so I'm out.
Oh,
Okay.
so we're like
So what are we at?
an F, a D, and a DF.
Undecided.
So we can throw it on D.
All right.
Probably lean in a D.
Sure. Next up, we've got.
We got to save room. The shows are coming up.
Yeah.
For that F category.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll fix it.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got The Eternals.
Now,
Speaking about forgettable movies.
until recently,
I didn't mind it.
I didn't even know this existed in the
Really?
MCU. I thought this was just a one-off type movie. This
Well-
movie was so incredibly bad, made no sense.
It's
Oh,
funny,
by the way,
first-
there were Supermen. Just could have helped this entire time.
Yeah.
I hate the timeline.
That's the
stupid.
issue when you bring in just every superhero, because then just so many become OP, and then you're like, well, where the fuck were they this whole time?
They're gods. They can't interfere with people. They're,
Then what do they
those
exist
people.
for? Then why are we doing a movie about them?
Aaron, did you see this? No,
I
Aaron did
passed
not
on
see
this
it.
one. I was
It
not
also
interested.
just the whole, that big fucking, what do you call it? Celestial?
Celestial.
Like now that they had to mention it in Captain America 4. And the first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. But then like, I can't even remember anything that happened in the fucking film. All the characters were so boring. It had the MCU's first sex scene.
That's
So
true.
there is that.
That's true.
But it was like, you didn't see anything.
Had Selma Hayek in it. You can't go wrong with that.
And Angelina Jolie, but like they were so, you forget they were even in this movie. The only good part was, what's his face from,
Game of Thrones.
no, that comedy show.
Comedy show.
Silicon Valley, the guy from Silicon Valley.
I
Like
don't
he was the comedic relief in this.
The Indian guy, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name? I know what you're talking about.
Deepak.
He was the only enjoyable like part of the film because he was kind of funny. Everyone else was boring.
It's not an F for me. It's a D. I thought it was a D.
I'm sorry, Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Kumail.
Be careful, Joe.
Not Deepak.
Who was I thinking of?
Yikes, Joe.
All right, so let's hold for editing. All right, so next up we've got Eternals. Very forgettable. I would say D or F, guys.
It's a D.
It's an
a
F.
D.
It's an F.
All right, I'll go D, I guess. I don't know. So
Wow.
where are we at? A D then?
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got Spider-Man No Way Home. This is where things get very personal for me. So I'll wait.
I'll start. I mean, I loved the team up. I loved all the Spider-Men. I thought it was amazing. The moment where they all came out, I was in a crowded theater where people were losing their mind. Him trying to save bad guys was kind of stupid. They're bad guys, bro. Like your other alternative universes.
maybe you should just, I don't know, make all the cures and not bring them all to your apartment. And not restrain them. Hey, lizard. Hey, you're a giant lizard. Stay in the truck, okay?
Please,
you promise?
please,
You promise?
please.
No restraints.
Yeah.
Oh, of course he's gonna leave the truck. And then the only one that was restrained was Dr. Octopus.
Right.
Like that was the only one. Not the Sandman, not Electro.
Not fucking Green Goblin.
Not Green. Well, Green Goblin was at least helping him make the cure, but
Kind of.
like just make the cure and then go bring them. Like they're all in the fucking cells. Like it's just he became such a stupid ass in that moment where it's like Peter Parker's supposed to be a genius. He's not a dumbass.
Listen,
That ruined it for me. And also, the first two Spider-Man movies were a lot of fun.
right.
And this one was just a cry fest.
This had one
A
of
lot
the
of
most
tears.
heartbreaking.
Aunt May, yeah.
For no reason. Like, what
There's
the
no
fuck was the
reason.
point for them killing her
He
off?
already had Uncle Ben dying.
Right.
And yeah, like
It was
it's like the
unnecessary.
Batman thing. We know his origin story. Uncle Ben dies. That's why they didn't have to do it for a third time, since this was the third version that they've done.
For me, the team up with the 3 Spider-Man are the only reason it's not an F. It's a D for me.
A D?
That's.
I think it's a
that's
B for me.
harsh.
Like, and then at the end, you're crying again because everyone has to forget who you are. You can't be with MJ anymore, and I just didn't. Like, here's the big problem is like once you had the other two Spider-Man come in, I'm still mourning Aunt May. It happens the very next scene. There's no room for fun in my brain. I'm still crying over Aunt May.
Yeah,
and then they come in it's so boring. They just fucking appear at Ned's house
in a really casual way, and Toby wasn't even in the suit.
Toby was not even interested. Like, he didn't even seem like he wanted to be there.
I was so excited about this movie. I was so looking forward to seeing all three of them.
We all thought it was going to be Peter being overwhelmed by all the villains, and then here they come swinging in, just like that would have been so much cooler.
But there was a lot of fan service in this movie. That's what I liked about it. I do like the big moments and stuff, but it was a B. It was a B for me.
They
Aaron?
they did drop the ball executing this, but it wasn't so bad it wrecked the whole
Execute.
thing. I would go. What are we at so far? I'm on either.
Don't worry
B,
about that. What are you?
I'm at either B or C on this. I can't decide.
Yeah, Andrew?
I would say, yeah, go ahead.
I'll go C.
C.
I'll go D.
BB.
The beginning of the movie was like where, like, you know, he's swinging with MJ, like everyone is like knows who he is, right? Because that's what happens. That was so much fun. I was like, we're still in the Homecoming. This is just like
It's
Homecoming,
a good start,
and
and then
Far From Home, and
Jesus.
then right after that, like it just all falls apart and just becomes this depressing movie, which you know, it doesn't
Not for
even
me.
fit with the other two films.
D for depressing.
Yeah, D. That's the average.
It's a D?
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Next up, we've got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Not quite the madness that they promised, but
It was a little crazy.
it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
They marketed this like it was going to be a horror movie. It was not that at all.
Well,
I mean,
they
a
tried their
zombie.
best to make Scarlet Witch look scary in times. There was some Sam Raimi jump scares. And
She fucking shredded Mr. Fantastic like he was like
Yeah,
grated
that was
cheese.
insane, yeah.
yeah, but it's not like there was
terrible.
blood or anything, which
I
obviously there
nearly
wasn't going to be in a
screamed
PG-13.
in the movie theater. I was terrified.
You were like, Jim, no!
Yes, not from The Office.
Yeah.
Pam's gonna be so upset.
I enjoyed it. For me, it's like a C. I enjoyed it.
I'll go C.
I'll go C as well.
There you
it's
go.
fine.
C.
Aaron?
Yeah, C fits.
All right. C, there you go.
Sweep it.
Some good scenes. Thor, Love and Thunder. This could get interesting.
This could get interesting.
Most people hated this film. I watched it again recently. I still liked it. I understand, like, it's definitely not perfect, but I thought the high points outweighed the low points.
On the second rewatch, did you like Gore more as a villain? Like, what'd you think about him?
I mean, I agree with the people that he was underutilized because he was.
Yeah.
He's not really in the movie much, and he only has like one scene where he really gets to show where Christian Bale gets to be Christian Bale.
Right.
Like the one scene where it's all black and white. We're in that black and white space. Like, other than that, it was just like, yeah, you guys had Christian Bale, and this is what you did with
I
him?
remember in the marketing in this movie, they're like, Christian Bale has this scream in the movie that is so insane,
Yeah.
or whatever. And like, it felt like Christian Bale was like on a, like, just kind of like going through it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like he got a real Christian Bale performance in this movie.
No.
I don't know. It's a C for me.
I overall enjoyed this, but what keeps it from being Ragnarok level is they went a little too far with the silly.
Yep.
It was
Little
it was a bit too much. I would go B overall.
It's a B for me. A low B, but it's a B.
It's a C for me. What was it for you, Josh?
See?
BBCC, kind of across the board. A low B. Does it knock it to a C for you?
I would.
It's almost a low C for me, but it's a C.
So what? C then?
I think it would go to C.
I could live with C. That's fine.
All right, that's fine. Then we've got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, where they
Did we see
made
this?
the crucial mistake of not recasting T'Challa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siri could not lead this.
And the movie opens with his death and
Yeah.
unexplained, right?
He's sick.
He was just sick and died.
Yeah,
It
basically.
was depressing for me.
They went like real with it.
Yeah.
What actually happened.
Yeah,
and I'm going to give it a big D.
big D. A big D.
I didn't see this because I couldn't understand. Like, this movie was not even an MCU movie. This became this cultural thing. The movie became so important and it meant so much to so many people, the first Black Panther movie. And I get wanting to respect him and wanting to not recast. I get
I'm trying to remember it.
in the moment the decision, but this was too important to not recast him and keep this character going.
Oh, is it like Ironheart in this or some shit? Like this girl that she's just a fan of Tony Stark, so she's as smart as him and can create all of his shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she had the at least the Wakanda technology, but
And Angela Bassett was the
This was
queen
an
for
F.
the majority of it until Namor killed her.
This was terrible.
until she spoiler alert. That was that. That's where that
right.
video of you.
Oh, that's right. She did spoiler alert.
She spoiler alerted. Yeah, I mean it's Namor. It was very forgettable. It's a D. I would say it's a D.
D, F. Aaron, what were you?
I didn't see it.
Oh, Josh?
D.
It's a D.
Is D.
That's very nice to say that movie was a D.
Ant-Man Quantumania. F. There it is.
Such a bad
That
movie.
was easy.
And the fact that like that's the last we'll ever see of Kang.
And probably the worst CGI of any of the movies.
So stupid.
Yeah.
There's a whole world down there. I don't even like the premise.
MODOK was so
Oh
depressingly
my God.
dumb.
It was
I
awful.
was so upset because I was kind of hyped to see
There
MODOK.
was not one enjoyable
So
moment.
dumb.
Not one enjoyable
That
moment.
actor's amazing too, and he was a goofball.
This was another one of those bad CGI things. I saw a video recently of this dude, just a dude that has some graphics programs. And he's like, okay, so they fucked up MODOK. It looks stupid because they just stretched the actor's face across the thing. What they should have done, and they made it look more like the comic because he's kind of deformed and he's got fucked up eyes.
Right.
So he just kind of adjusted it and it looked great.
Yeah.
Like he inserted it into the movie and like, you know, AI put it over his face. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
And like Marvel couldn't get this right.
So you guys have seen Thor 2. Which is worse between the two?
Oh, this one. This one, for sure.
Yeah.
I might watch because of the scenes with Loki, Thor 2 again. I would never watch Quantumania.
Yeah.
Never. There's no reason to.
That's so fucking
Had Bill Murray in it too. I mean, not that he was. I mean,
And the
like,
whole thing was just that Michelle Pfeiffer fucked him.
yeah,
You know? That was the joke.
so
Like
dumb.
he was in there just be like, I fucked Michelle. I fucked
right.
Michelle Pfeiffer. I fucked your wife. What's his name?
Mr. Ant.
Yeah. The old actor.
Pim. Well, Kurt Douglas.
Yeah.
No, that's his
Michael
dad.
Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. Yeah, yeah. Then we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
It's not as great as the other two, but it's still up there. I'm gonna give it a big fat solid A.
I would say like a B.
I think it was a B. I really wish Gamora would have gonna like come around, or I mean, like the way it ended, I thought was kind of weird.
It was a B just because like the villain was he was fine. He wasn't great. He didn't really do much. You know.
But you got the whole Rocket backstory. It was so tragic, so tragic.
That part I loved. That's what made it a B.
I'd actually go C on this. I thought this one was a drop off from the other two. I just didn't enjoy it as much. The villain was not there. I just wasn't as invested this time around.
But people appreciated it around this time because this was after like Wakanda Forever, Eternals, Shang-Chi, where they were like, we need a good one.
Yeah.
We need a good one. So it's a B for me. What does that leave us?
What were you, Aaron? A C. Josh, what were you?
A.
Wow, that makes it a B.
A B.
There you go.
Yeah.
Our third B.
Then next up, we've got The Marvels. Has anyone besides Joe seen this film?
Right, I haven't seen it, so I'm out.
It's only Joe.
Joe's like, it's an A, and then we can't counter Joe. Because,
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
You're going to be
we'd
stuck
fucked.
with my grade. Let me tell you something. A planet that only sings. And it's a guy from karaoke.
Oh, no.
That's an F.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop that thing. That was
Okay, I was worried. All
a
right.
terrible movie. Just awful.
I think it would have had to have been an F either. Just the fact that three of us refused to see it.
We have to sing the dialogue on this planet. What? Why?
Joe, I think I remember when you went to go see this. I think I remember talking to you that day, and you were like, "Yeah, so you know the wives want to go see this. We're gonna go get some drinks
yeah.
beforehand."
Yeah.
And I could see you were kind of dead in the eyes, like you were
Well,
not
he was
looking
also
forward
he was
to
in
it at all.
denial.
Yeah.
Joe was like, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's gonna
We're
be
like,
fine.
I was hoping.
It's
And
gonna be
Aaron,
fine.
Aaron and I looked at each other like, oh boy,
no.
he's
Oh,
going to
no.
be in for a rude
Oh
awakening.
no, Joe.
Yeah, not even worth seeing. Maybe we should add another tier where it's like just Didn't even want to see it.
The Super SF.
Yeah. There you go.
Or FO, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Deadpool and
Wow.
Wolverine.
Wow.
It's canon.
Jesus.
It's canon.
Wow.
Gentlemen.
The question is,
Yeah.
does it hit the top tier?
For me, like, again, nothing compares Infinity War and Endgame. So, but I do love it. I do love Deadpool and Wolverine. I've probably watched it more times than all three of you combined.
Right.
But so it's an A for me. It's an A.
I'm gonna second that. It's an A. It's like you mentioned. It's not as good as the other ones, but goddamn, it's close.
Well,
The stakes
it's
aren't
close.
there. That's all. That's all the reason why it's not as extreme. I think the movie was fantastic. From
I don't
top
care
to
about the
bottom.
stakes.
I wasn't
mean,
really into the villain very much. I was only in it for Deadpool and Wolverine. Cassandra did nothing
I
for
thought
me.
she was a good villain.
She was a good villain.
But this was the reason why you watch this movie is just to see Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman fuck with each other for a couple of hours, and it was great. It was hilarious. There was great action. A few times they just used the same like punchline for a joke, which was just fuck. Like there were probably like 6 times in the movie where the punchline was fuck. And it was like, all right, you could have changed it. But also, was this during the writer's strike where they couldn't change the fucking dialogue? But also, like, they're wearing masks, so you could have still changed the punchline. But still, it's a great movie. I love it. It's an A for
I think
me.
it's a sweeped A.
Sweep day.
Sorry, Aaron.
I've been choosy. It doesn't matter because it's going to be an A, but I would go S on this.
It's borderline. It's a
I
high
was
A.
jumping out of my seat during this movie. I was
Yeah.
screaming in the
Yeah.
theater. I loved it so much.
It's great.
I've been choosy with my S's, but I think this one deserves it.
All right, there you go. Next up, we've got the one we just saw not too long ago, Captain America: Brave New World.
Where does this fall? I wonder.
I'm abstaining, so 'cause I hadn't seen it. So
I think we all agreed on like a 6.5 last week,
Yeah.
so that
That's
would
it?
make it a D.
Not even a C.
Which then, when you're looking at Eternals, it's like maybe Eternals belong Shang-Chi. Maybe they belong down there.
I think they do. I said they did.
But we did it.
I would say C for this on this chart.
All right, then you're changing your grade from last.
I think
week.
I said 7.
No. We all said 6.5. I'll stick with it. It's a D. Again, like the Red Hulk scene was very cool. The jet scene was cool. It's a good movie to see once.
I thought D fits. Yeah.
Yeah.
D it is.
Yeah.
I'd watch it again. I'd watch the Hulk scenes and the pilot scenes again. Yeah.
But you wouldn't watch the whole movie again.
Well, a lot of these movies you wouldn't watch the whole movie again.
Well, that's why it's a D.
I don't play Robert Downey Jr. dying on rerun in my house.
But how many times have you seen Endgame?
110.
Exactly. That's all for the movies.
Wow.
So now let's get into the canon MCU shows.
This side has everything, huh?
It does, yeah. We're not
Wow.
going to do all of those.
Yeah.
But our first one, we've got WandaVision.
Man, I like this a lot at first. Then I feel like it just kind of tapered.
I felt like it went on too long.
A lot of inside jokes, and really no resolution.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel at the end they left it so open ended, and it's like if you're gonna do a whole show, tighten some shit up. Like, is Vision alive or not?
Right.
What is Vision?
Also, then with the movie, they kind of ruined it because she was evil in this show, and then she was like, "Oh, I realize I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. I'm good now." Then Doctor Strange 2 starts, and she's just full evil again.
Yeah.
It's fully
It made no sense. But we're just talking about this show, and the show is okay.
What
again.
movie was she good in? Like, was she happy and good? Or you meant the
She
end of
happy
the
or
show?
good in any of them.
The end of the show?
The show, she was good again.
Yeah. And then Doctor Strange 2, she's evil again.
I thought it was a C for me.
A D, 6 out of 10, a D for me. Again, it was okay at best.
I
wasn't really that into it.
I'd go D. As much as I love Vision and I loved seeing him here again, they just kind of fumbled it there. I would agree D.
The premise was interesting because we didn't know what the hell they were doing with the TV show and like
Yeah.
the 50s, 60s, 70s and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was very interesting, but it's probably
Right.
still a D when you kind of put it all
All
together.
right, then. WandaVision D. Falcon Winter Soldier.
I can't remember anything from this fucking TV
If anyone
show.
can tell me who the villain was in this show.
Well, it started out
Wait.
to be those people that had a little bit of power.
Yeah, but what were their names?
No.
No, the villain was the American government, right? It was Elaine from Friends. right?
No, not really.
No? Because, like I said, it's very forgettable. It's a D for
There
me.
was evil Captain America.
Yeah, that's right.
But he wasn't even the main villain. It was the fucking the terrorists that were like, we agree with Thanos because we all moved into those empty homes
I
and then
don't remember at all. Wow.
The
That's what I'm
Anarchist.
saying.
And I won't watch it again.
No.
maybe
What was their name?
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's it. And then the very last scene was Sam Wilson changing America by like talking to the senators, like, you need to do better, senators. And then the next scene, it's like, the senators approve, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, that did it. Sure, that did it. Him just talking to them worked. He should have slipped them a few $1,000,000. Yeah, very mid show. Again, these MCU shows, most of them did not do very well. I think that's another D. Maybe even an F. It was not good.
I really wanted to love this show because
I go D.
I've loved Bucky every time I've seen him. I've really liked Falcon, but this is a D.
Yeah.
They just didn't.
I mean, the scene where Sam Wilson is getting denied a loan
there wasn't.
is the most ridiculous thing.
They had a scene like that?
denied a bank loan.
Yes, he was. Yes,
I don't remember that at all.
It
Wow.
was so stupid.
So forgettable.
He's Captain America. He's not going to get denied a bank loan. So there you go. It's a D. Then we've got Loki, our first good MCU series. What do you guys think?
Good. This was great. Are we breaking it down into season 1,
How many
season 2, or
seasons?
just
Two?
everything?
Two.
Yeah.
We're
It's
doing
in between. For me, it's between an A and a B.
Wow.
What?
But that's
what,
good.
Josh?
That's a good series. It's going to be the
What were
highest
you-
rated one.
You were going to say an S?
I thought this was a big veiny S.
Oh, God.
Okay.
This was
S.
great.
All right.
It's a B for me. Some of the multiverse crap pissed me off. I like how it ended. The characters are great in
Yeah.
it. Acting was great in it. Alligator Loki. All right, whatever. But a B. It was a good B. It was a high B.
I mean, Alligator Loki was like one joke, and that was
But,
it.
like, that's the
it
whole
wasn't
point
like
is-
a main thing.
Was he gonna fuck himself when he was like falling in love with female Loki?
Yeah, that's what he would
think
do.
he
That's what a
was.
narcissist would absolutely
That's
do.
exactly what he would have done.
So I would-
I really liked them taking Loki and just totally refreshing the whole thing, doing a totally original, interesting take on the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
I thought this was an A for me.
A.
I would say a high B. So
Josh.
That's fine.
A.
he went S.
Okay, then it's an A.
So it's an A. That's fine.
yeah, sure.
I enjoyed it.
Sure,
All right.
sure.
Then we've got What If?
What if? That,
The
now, do we have to
cartoon-
count the second season?
Yeah, there's 3 seasons, but I don't think anyone has seen the third.
The third one came out recently.
Season's out yet? I haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet.
Oh, we saw the little Hulk Godzilla thing, right?
Yeah, that Eric was like, "Look, it's awesome, right?" And then we were like, "No."
Season 1 was a solid B. Season 2 kind of
Let's just be
went
thankful
down.
Eric's not here because everything would be an S. You know?
Yeah.
You think
Just
I'm
kidding,
a mark?
Eric.
You think I'm a mark?
Well, me and Aaron are on there up that train.
I think I'm going to give it a D
It's a D.
for incomplete.
There's a few.
So I haven't seen
There's a
season
few episodes I enjoyed, but most of it was very forgettable. And the D's probably being nice because overall, most of the episodes are probably bad.
To be honest, I'm rating just on season 1. I didn't see season 2 because most of the episodes didn't sound
They weren't
interesting.
even. Yeah, they weren't even interesting.
Going strictly on season 1, I think I'd go C. It wasn't a great
So
season
then you're a D
overall.
because you didn't even watch the second season because it looks so bad. That brings it down a letter grade, right? Let's go D.
That's fair. That's fair.
Josh,
Okay.
D.
Yeah.
3 of us, D. All right, so it's a D. There
That's
you go.
fair.
Then we've got Hawkeye.
So this show was so weird. There are parts of it that I absolutely loved. Yelena.
Yeah.
I even
That's
thought
it.
Lady Hawkeye, whatever the hell her name ended up being.
Kate Bishop.
I thought Kate Bishop. I thought she was interesting, but again,
was.
sometimes she was annoying. His
I like
story
both
was
of
good.
them, and obviously Hawkeye, and
Yeah.
But then they watered down Kingpin, and that was a personal hit for all of us.
Right. Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt, and then he gets beat up by
Goddamn.
Kate Bishop.
Yes.
Daredevil barely defeated this motherfucker, and he loses
Yes.
to Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was a problem.
Listen,
but
it's not an F.
no,
It's
I think
a
it's
D.
it's better than these D's.
Yeah,
that we
I'd go
have.
C. I'd go
It's
C.
a D for me.
I would
All right,
say
Josh
it's a
is
C.
D. Me and Andrew are C. Aaron?
Also, you had the swordsman,
yeah.
Lalo from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
he
right,
was,
of
he was
course.
great. He wasn't a
Yes.
huge part in it, but
You thought he was going to be a really one of the big bad guys, and then
Yeah, there's rumors that he's coming back. So
I think like high C makes sense. Yeah.
See,
it is a C. There you go. Next up, we've got Moon Knight. Josh, you love this, right?
This was F for what the fuck did I watch? This was terrible. I hated every second of it.
It's not an F for me. It was okay. It's not
F
like
for no fun.
it was a little confusing.
sure,
'Cause I don't know the character, so
but like not everything has to make sense right away.
Did it make sense at all?
Loki was like that.
There was a hippo
Yeah, but I
that guided him through the afterlife.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Sure.
who he was. He didn't even know who he was or where he was or when he was.
Yeah, like it's a D for me.
It's an F for me and Josh, I guess. Aaron,
I passed on a lot of these shows. I didn't see this one.
so DFF.
So it sounds like F
So
takes
put an
it.
F then, I guess. To me, it's not Ant-Man 3 bad. Like I can't.
It's up
I
there.
know, but it's not as good as the D's, so it's somewhere in the middle of that world.
Sure. Did anyone see Miss Marvel?
No,
I did. It's
What?
an F.
All right.
It's
You
an
watched
F.
all of it?
Yeah.
Did you really?
There you
I
go.
did.
How'd you get through like the third episode? If you hated
I just wanted to, because that was already in. I was like, I might as well just finish.
These
this
shows
fucking
are going to
thing.
start hurting the MCU average here because next up we've got She-Hulk F. That's easy. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't mind it.
No,
I didn't mind it. It's a D for me.
it's not. Okay, Aaron?
F.
Yeah,
SF
F. It's
Wait,
an F.
someone said S?
super fuck. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I want it just known it's a D for Josh.
And then
No.
just when you thought,
Just because your pee-pee was hard a little bit.
it was hard.
just
quite
when you
often.
thought these shows couldn't get any worse,
Uh-oh.
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Oh, this was a solid F. Like hardwood table type of F.
Yeah.
I'd still. I mean, I would be suicidal, but if I had to watch one, I'd still watch Secret Invasion just because
Get the fuck outta
She-Hulk
here.
was so offensive to Hulk lovers. It's so offensive.
Sam Jackson.
Just Bruce having to be involved with this stupid shit is just so dumb.
Sam Jackson and his wife
Tried to
pointed a gun at each other and wanted to kill each other, and then just fucking shot
On
each other's
purpose.
wall
Missed on purpose, yeah.
And then no one ended up being who they were. Everyone's a fucking scroll.
I'm going to space, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We need another category for after F,
And then don't
it
forget,
should be there.
at the very end, that one scroll lady becomes the most powerful hero in the
Yes,
MCU.
and she
Right.
looks like Abomination's daughter.
And she had Drax's arm. Of all the arms, of all the powers, Drax.
That you would
Drax
watch.
powers.
You would watch that above She-Hulk.
And that was also probably the worst CGI we've seen in the MCU.
Yes, that was god awful.
But so was She-Hulk. She-Hulk CGI was pretty terrible. as
It was
well.
fine. It was
not fine.
This movie, this show is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
They're both Fs. They're both really
awful.
bad.
But there should be a special category for Secret Invasion, and wherever that is that one.
There you go. Fuck you.
Thank you.
It's
But
fuck
it's
you now.
fuck you except for She-Hulk. Can
No.
you add the except for She-Hulk?
No, absolutely not. Next up, we've got Echo, which I think we can all probably agree that's a D. It's not great.
not an
I
F.
never watch it again, but just the fact that
It's fine.
Kingpin had some great scenes
Sure.
in there,
Sure.
you know, but
I would
Daredevil?
I would say the first episode was a B. The rest of the show,
yeah,
F.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Did you change it? And it's
Fuck you, yeah, is the F.
this is a borderline DF for me. But I'll let you guys decide because I don't even think I watched the last.
Oh.
episode.
It's
Josh?
a D. It had Daredevil and Kingpin and
Daredevil was in it for like
it's
2
fine.
seconds.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It made it a D.
All right. You know what? It's a D because they fucking like made Kingpin cool again, like good again. Because we
Sure.
saw him in Hawkeye and he sucked, and then here he was actually good again.
Sure.
And it leads into the Daredevil show. Did anyone see Agatha all along?
No.
So we can't even rate it. That's
No.
fine.
Incomplete.
That's the last MCU show. So there you have it. This is our full tier list.
Look at that! It's a big giant E.
Yeah.
For entertainment.
So I guess most
A lot of
movies.
D's.
Yeah, it's mostly D's.
Yeah, but when you're really like 1, 2, 3, 4 are TV shows,
Yeah.
right? So as far as the MCU, look, there's the longest category is D, but if you take out those shows, the longest category is A.
But it's part of the MCU.
That and really post
It's the
Endgame.
MCU.
Post Endgame is what's dragging this down so
Of
bad.
course,
if,
yeah.
If you cut this off at Endgame, I think the average Marvel movie is an A or a B.
Maybe.
Not only that, if we add some of the ones that aren't in the MCU universe, I think we get a couple more S's. Daredevil for one. Punisher might be up there.
It's probably a C overall, right, with this tier list.
Probably.
So
Because you got quite a few A's. Quite a few.
we do.
There's just a lot of bad movies that bring it down. That's all. That's all.
And to be honest, She-Hulk's miscategorized anyway.
No,
so-
no, she's not. No, she twerked. She twerked with
Yeah, with Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Is
would
that
just,
not a solid C?
I would have Civil War as an S, Ragnarok as an S, and the original Avengers for sure.
I think there could have been 2 or 3 more S's in there.
Yeah.
Well, don't blame me. I tried my ass off, but y'all guys just made fun of me for adding S's.
If I had to put any other movies at an S, it would be Homecoming, Ragnarok, and probably Deadpool Wolverine. Maybe Incredible Hulk. But no, for me, they just fit there. They fit in the A for me. They do.
Yeah.
Because they're just not on the level of those two.
I would say of the A's, either Ragnarok or the first Avengers. For me.
Yeah. There you go. There you have it.
There you go.
There's our official MCU tier list. Let us know what you thought. If you disagree, I'm sure obviously, you disagreed with some of us. There's
Of course.
4 opinions here. So let us know if we screwed up what you would have put on the S category. So there you have it. That was fun. We could do this again if you guys want. Let us know.
Sure.
So, all right, let's get to the news and rumors. So Spider-Man 4's release date has been pushed back.
Oh, no.
That's
where was
unfortunate,
it?
right? It's only a week, though. Only pushed back a week. It was originally slated for July 24th of next year, but now it's July 31st, which is interesting because The Odyssey's coming out July 17th. So originally it was going to be back-to-back Tom Holland movies, but now
Interesting.
there's 2 weeks in between.
Interesting.
What if
Yeah.
that's one of the driving forces?
Maybe, but also the whole like Barbie and Oppenheimer both did so well
Same
because it was
week,
the
right.
same weekend.
But it's completely different
yeah,
audiences where we both would want to see those movies,
yeah,
There'd be some great marketing where Tom is just like, come see all my movies this weekend.
yeah. Well, before COVID, in the summertime, you would have 3 big budget, huge block, all going against each other the same weekend.
I don't even remember
and that
that
would be
time period.
every week. It would just be 3 huge movies now.
That
That's not the
sounds
case.
so far away.
Now it's like
Yeah.
you got to wait for one to come up. Do we know
Exactly.
anything about this movie? Has anything been confirmed?
No.
So
Just that Tom Holland revealed that filming is starting in the summer in London.
Screen Rant has said that apparently, reportedly,
Yeah.
it's going to feature Zendaya in a minor role, Charlie Cox as Daredevil, symbiotes,
Well, yeah, that you
and
mean, of
maybe
course.
Mephisto and John Brunthal's Punisher. So
I-
of course this is
would be interesting.
reportedly, and it's years away, but
I would
who
be
knows?
fine with a street level Spider-Man film
Right.
where if Daredevil and Punisher are in there, then Kingpin might fit somewhere in there. I don't know.
Sure.
That could be cool.
Sure.
We'll see. But also, if the symbiote is in there, because they did tease that
Right.
with I think No Way Home, right? They had
think so,
yeah. One of the little symbiote was left over there.
If we could get a fucking show or movie where you've got Bernthal Punisher, Charlie Cox Daredevil, and then Holland shows up and they're
Yeah.
all fighting Kingpin,
Right.
And Punisher and Daredevil are like, who's this fucking idiot? Amazing. Amazing.
That would be really cool.
That would be fun.
That would be really cool. Yeah, we'll see what they do. This is coming out after Doomsday, though. After Avengers Doomsday.
Interesting.
Which means, we probably would see Tom Holland before, he's got to be in Doomsday, right?
Well, also
Unless
if
they're
it's
setting up other universes,
if it's Doomsday, there might not be anything left but street level heroes.
Mr. Stark? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We'll see what they do. Also, we may be getting a season 2 of Hawkeye. Marvel Studios head of TV streaming and animation, Brad Winderbaum, teased it in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, saying, Hawkeye is another one that feels like you can make a second season of that show because it's Christmas, because it's Clint and Kate. Well, it doesn't always have to be Christmas. You can kind of revisit it whenever, and we're looking for opportunities to do that. But as we develop things for the future, I think they're going to be designed to be multiple seasons, have more of a pattern, and be able to be released annually. He also teased bringing more of the Netflix defenders to the MCU, like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist.
Which I'm fine with.
If you're going to give us Jessica Jones from that first season with Kilgrave, yes, please.
Sure, but Kilgrave is dead, so
Right.
without Kilgrave...
That's kind of the problem.
She was fine. All these other ones, like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, those shows were fine. Iron Fist was not good.
Horrible.
It was not good.
Iron Fist sucked.
Luke Cage could have been better if they gave him a better story and a better villain to work with.
Mahershala Ali should have been the main villain. He shouldn't have died halfway through the season.
He should have.
It was way better than the other one.
Right, when his sister took over, or
Yeah.
it was his sister or his aunt, or
I don't fucking remember.
his mom, who knows? Whatever that character took over,
Yeah.
it went straight downhill.
Right.
Terrible.
So Hawkeye, again, like I enjoyed it, so I would be okay with the Hawkeye show.
Gave me a show.
Yeah.
But season 2, they'd be putting more of a focus on Kate and less on Renner.
I'm fine with her. I like her.
She was fine, but
If Yelena's in, I'm in.
it would need to be both of them. If it's mostly Kate Bishop, I don't know how excited I am.
I think he'd still be in it. You have to have him in there.
Mrs. Josh Allen.
Yes, soon to be. Then we've got Captain America, Brave New World. We talked about this last week, how it's probably going to have a huge drop. I think I said like 70%. 68% drop week 2 domestically, making just 28 million. Oh, that's right. I think I said maybe 30 million. Made 28 million its second week. Worldwide, it's made 289 million, which sounds good, but Deadline reports that it needs to make 425 million just to break even.
That's insane. 400 million to break even.
After,
That's crazy.
marketing and all
The
that.
green screen costs that much?
No, like the marketing on top of it.
Well,
Yeah, big problem. All those popcorn buckets. Oof.
And Harrison Ford's salary.
That's right. Yeah. So that's an issue there. Also, so that he's probably not going to get another Captain America movie then.
Probably not.
Anthony Mackie, because of
Probably
that,
not.
because they're always going to blame the star.
Well, that and Captain America movies kind of feel like they need to be bigger.
Yeah.
Like that's not Ant-Man, it's Captain America.
Well, especially the third Captain America was Civil War. It was basically an Avengers movie,
Right.
so that's
Yeah.
a problem. Also, HBO, we heard that The Last of Us was coming out in April. They revealed that recently, but now they finally revealed the premiere date of April 13th.
Okay.
Season 2 of The Last of Us.
I'm excited.
Of course.
It should be fun.
The show was awesome. Well, it's not going to be fun. No. It's
Oh,
gonna
no?
It's not going to be fun. No. It's
gonna be
zombies. It's a show about zombies.
Sad.
Well, what was the first
Don't
season?
they have a
was it a
happy ending?
happy-go-lucky?
Do they have a happy ending at the end?
Oh, we'll see, Josh.
Oh.
Then we've got Amazon MGM Studios is now in charge of the James Bond franchise. The studio made a deal with the owners to co-own the IP rights, but Amazon MGM will have creative control. In 2022, Amazon acquired MGM, which held the rights to all the Bond movies for $6.5 billion, but that did not come with creative control.
What?
So it was reported that Amazon had to pay another $1 billion for creative control rights.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's insane. And they bought it.
And that's why they didn't put out any new movies until like for years.
I feel like that's a bad sign because that means Amazon's going to be like, well, we probably need to make James Bond more for everybody than what James Bond is classified.
You think that's what Jeff Bezos is going to do, Josh?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, they might need to make, if they paid that much, they're going to want their money back.
I don't think after seeing what Disney did, I doubt they're going to do that same game plan.
I hope
Josh.
not. I'm just saying.
Scale the budget back, give us Idris Elba.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Jeff Bezos took to Twitter and asked fans who they want to play 007. The majority of people said Henry Cavill. And because it's Jeff Bezos, they might do that where it's the first time a big star is playing James Bond before they become a big star. Usually it's, the actor they cast is not well known and they become a big star because of it. Right.
I'd be fine with Jeff Bezos playing the villain. He looks very villainous.
Sure. Oh, we'll see if he can act, I guess. No, I don't know.
But no, you're right. I could see that, a no name, and then end up being someone special.
The James Bond movies are always they're always good in the theaters, but then you never watch them again. You know, like that's my experience with them. Like I enjoy them, but just to watch one time. The villains are always underdeveloped. They're barely in the film. It's like, hey, we got Christoph Waltz to be the villain.
Yeah,
and he's
right.
in the movie for 10 minutes.
Dave
and it's a
Bautista?
2.5 hour movie.
Dave Bautista was a villain?
For 5 minutes.
You're right.
Yeah. But like, they should really go all out with this and offer a huge director all the money in the world to do this. Call Chris Nolan because he's been rumored to do this before.
Oh, man.
Or call Tarantino. Hey, Tarantino, I hear you're unsure what to do with your last film, huh? Because even he said he's had interest before. Again, I really, really fucking doubt that happens. But
A Tarantino Bond film?
yeah, it'd be amazing.
Or get fucking James Cameron, get The Rock to be James Bond. We could all get drunk and go watch this massive train wreck.
Please, no.
Massive train wreck.
Why would you say that?
Are you insane?
Please, no.
You know who'd be an interesting James Bond? Tom Holland.
No.
No, you don't think so?
No, he looks like a little boy.
What?
Yeah, but
He's
as like
Spider-Man. That's what he's. He's Spider-Man.
I guess, but I don't know. I think he'd be kind of interesting.
I've always said Michael Fassbender, but he's like he doesn't even act anymore. I don't think so. He's
He does
barely in
little
anything.
stuff for some
Ja-
reason.
James Bond is a man, Josh. James Bond fucks.
Yeah.
Tom Holland fucks Zendaya.
No, they never. No, they
What's
didn't.
what type of more mannish thing can you do?
They never fucked.
What are you talking
yeah,
about?
well, I
did
mean,
they
in like
fuck?
real life, they fuck Zendaya.
Well, yeah, he's marrying her.
No, I'm just saying.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what they do. Also, Deadline reports Martin Scorsese is planning a new crime film that takes place in Hawaii.
Mukulakahiki.
Speaking of The Rock, the film has been described as Goodfellas meets The Departed,
Well, that's a little
which is,
too high of a...
that's asking a lot,
What
guys.
are you doing?
It's reportedly going to star Leonardo DiCaprio, Emily Blunt, and Dwayne Johnson as the Hawaiian crime boss.
He's a bad
So
guy.
now we'll finally see if The Rock can act.
And play himself.
Is Leo just gonna walk off the fucking set when Rock just does a people's eyebrow?
Or he's pissing
During
in
a scene.
Or he's pissing in water bottles.
So you're telling me The Rock is the final boss?
Yeah, that's the final boss.
That's great. There you go. Well done.
So we'll see. I mean, Scorsese's very hit or miss this late in his life. You know what I mean? I did like Killers of the Flower Moon, but it was a very depressing movie.
Long, depressing movie, yeah.
Yeah. But it was a good job. Better than The Irishman, that's for sure. But yeah, The Rock, we'll finally get to see if he can act. If this is all true and this happens. He's never
Spoiler
had like
alert.
a serious role. It's always Kevin Hart and Fast and Furious shit. Like,
Spoiler alert. I don't think it's going to be very good.
we'll see. I don't know. Also, The Hollywood Reporter says the director of the Twisted Metal series is planned to direct an upcoming Street Fighter movie set to release in March of next year. So I know Aaron's very excited about this.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see we'll see if they get Van Damme back.
Oh,
To
sure.
reprise his role as Guile.
Yikes.
Yeah. Also, Universal Pictures released the first image of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and it's a photo of Matt Damon.
I saw that, yeah.
In some armor here. And fans online complain that his
Right.
armor isn't accurate for the time, even though it's a fantastical movie. It's a fantastical story about giant monsters.
Right.
They're like, this is not accurate. And people posted,
were
they were
so
like,
upset.
actually, this is what's accurate. And it's like, yeah, well, you could see why they're not going to do that.
And
know
also,
what?
again,
I kinda
don't
wanna
care that
see
you
that.
if you have New York in a movie and you have a different skyline, you can't say, oh, that's not the skyline, because it's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
That New York could be a different New York. It clearly is. I hate when they do stupid shit like
Who wants
this.
to see
It's
this?
so annoying to see all that backlash online.
I know.
Oh, they're
But you know
so
what?
stupid.
After seeing that, I kind of want to see that movie a little bit.
Yeah, I want to
This-
see the
this
South
version.
Park version on the right.
So Josh, where's your paycheck for designing this costume here?
Right.
I gave it for free in the hopes that I might get future employment, but who knows?
Yeah. What else we got for news and rumors?
I have a little tiny update on season 5 of The Boys. Apparently, it's slated to come out early 2026.
Okay.
I don't know if this is true online, but on their Wikipedia page, the first episode is already titled, and it's called 15 Inches of Sheer Delight.
Okay. We'll
Sheer
see if that's
dynamite.
accurate.
Excuse me. I thought that was hilarious.
You just fucked up the whole thing. Sheer delight.
Dynamite.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. So
15 inches of sheer delight. And we're all like, wow, that's funny. And Josh is like, no, that's not it, actually. You just told us that was it.
I fucked it up. Let's redo it. Sheer dynamite.
So say the whole thing now.
It's 15 inches of pure. Oh, Jesus.
No.
Of
Can't
inch,
spell.
I
You
knew
can't
he would
talk.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
15 inches of glorious dynamite.
Glorious.
There we
And
go.
now spell dynamite.
This one I can do. DYAMINT.
This one I can do. Third letter wrong.
D-Y-A.
God damn it.
Oh boy.
Is it not DYA?
Dynamite?
Oh, there's an O.
There's an O. That's the problem. There's an O.
damn it.
You missed the 5 O's. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's D-O-O-O-O-O.
Get the fuck out of here.
Y-A-M-I-T.
There's an O in there somewhere, right?
Dynamite? No. Oh, no.
It's because I'm thinking dynamite. That's my bad.
That's your bad. Yeah. Dynamite. Yeah. You broke the soundboard. Thanks. All right. Any other news and rumors? Aaron, what do you got?
This is a long podcast, so I'm just going to drop one on you guys. Marlon Wayans says they are going to make White Chicks 2. He said, quote, "It's time."
Yeah.
It's
not
not.
time.
It's not time.
No.
That movie was.
It's not
They make funny movies. That movie was bad.
I never saw it. Never had any. Did
No.
you see it, Aaron? Never had any. So you want to put it on the tier list? Is it an F? Should we throw it up?
It's not great.
When they're also making another scary movie too, aren't they?
Yeah, I
like
think
they're
so.
back to do another scary movie.
Yes.
That's gonna make $0. There's no way that's in theaters. That's gonna be like a Netflix.
How old are the Wayans brothers now? 50s?
They gotta be, yeah.
60s?
60s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So these are grandmothers and white chicks too?
I know.
It's
That's
gonna
what I
be
was gonna
fun.
say.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
What are we watching this week, everyone?
Me and Kadita just finished Breaking Bad.
Oh, nice.
That
So-
new
Oh, I have to bring this up. Last night, we've all seen Breaking Bad, obviously.
Right.
And this isn't really a huge spoiler, but like Josh texts me, he goes, "Do you think Walter ever fucked Gretchen?"
No,
And I was like, "Of course they were in a relationship.
I didn't know-
Like they were exes.
I couldn't
Like, of course.
remember. I couldn't remember if they like deliberately
Who's Gretchen?
like told us in
His
the
ex.
show.
From
Gretchen
Grey
Schwartz.
Matter.
Grey Matter.
Grey
Right.
Matter with the husband and
Yeah.
wife.
I thought it was always like
She's Gretchen.
teased that they were, not that it, I didn't know that they actually.
You mean during the show? Did he fuck her?
No. Like if it
was
was
his
canon.
ex-girlfriend,
If
yeah.
it was his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember
of
when they
course.
established that.
You watched you just watched the show.
Yeah.
They established it throughout the whole series.
Well, they always established that it was like you know,
Josh,
maybe
why
they
did he
did.
leave Grey Matter?
I thought it was because he needed money for Skylar.
Because they broke up. Because
Why are we talking about
That's
such
so
a
sad.
minor little stupid?
Well, it's a huge deal for Walter's character.
Yeah,
it's
right.
part of the reason why he did the drug empire.
Right, because he needed some cash because he was having cancer. But no, listen. So I loved it. We both really liked it, and now we're trying to figure out if we just go straight to El Camino or if we go to Better Call Saul.
Just Better Call Saul. El Camino's not even worth watching.
I don't know.
It's
It's
okay.
part of the canon.
Did you
right?
see it?
Yeah, it was fine.
It was okay.
That's fine.
It's a D on the tier list.
That's very true. Very true. You got 2 S's and then a D.
Yeah.
So that's what we're thinking about.
White Lotus season 3. If you haven't seen the show, it's excellent. It's a good show to watch with your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend. It's just about a hotel, and it's a high-end kind of wellness hotel. And you know, like you see what happened. Like the first scene is always like boom, something devastating happens, and then you always go back to everyone arriving at the hotel a week earlier.
Right.
It's amazing. A lot of great actors in it. And this season, just watch the first episode. Not a lot. Even the opening, boom, something happened. They didn't really explore it as much as they usually do. So kind of boring. The actors don't seem that interesting yet, but we'll see.
Joe, you've seen all the White Lotuses?
Yes.
Is this an anthology? Because it has like Jennifer Coolidge and doesn't it have...
So like the first season had one person that was left over into the second season. I think it was Jennifer Coolidge.
Okay.
The White Lotus is a series of different hotels all over the world. And each season, it's a different part of the world. So it's not the same hotel each season. Like they're in Thailand this year.
I finally finished up the last season of Cobra Kai. I know I had been kind of griping that it was time for it to end. But Man, they went. If you're a fan of the series, if you love Karate Kid and you've been watching, they ended it in a real satisfying way.
Good.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was really fun. Some cool little twists. It was a nice, satisfying payoff ending for the show.
Does it lead into the movie?
Not really. No,
Not really,
it
no.
just kind of wraps this
Legends?
up. Like what the movie's going to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm even going to see that movie.
Yeah.
What season are they on? Because I think I left off in season 3.
6.
Oh shit! I got a ways to go.
Yeah. I already mentioned I watched Ragnarok again. I watched Fly Me to the Moon, which is the
Yes.
Channing Tatum, Scarlett Johansson, moon mission movie.
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Like it was a fine date movie to watch with your partner.
That's exactly where I saw it. I was on a date with the
Is that
wife
about how
and-
they filmed it as opposed to going?
Well, I don't want to say anything.
Oh.
It's like Scarlett Johansson's like a marketing specialist, and she gets hired to like sell the moon to the United States, basically.
Yeah, as date movies go, there's way worse ones.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
It was fine. D on the tier list. I'd
how
watch
we're
it
gonna
one
go
time,
forever?
but yeah, I think
D
so.
for Channing Tatum, Dick.
No, there's no Channing Tatum dick. Woody
You said
Harrelson
date movie, I don't
Woody
know.
Harrelson's in it. I love Woody Harrelson. He's always great.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's a fun date movie to watch. Yeah. All right, let's do some fan questions.
Oh, yeah.
See what they've got to say. Perp Pepe just wanted y'all's guys' opinions on this year's Oscar nominations. You know what? I don't really know much about. It's mostly movies I haven't seen. I know like Doom 2 has a lot of nominations, so that's cool. But
right.
next week is the Oscars, and last week we did watch the Oscars, and the host is Conan O'Brien this year.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of feel like I kind of want to do that again. That was fun.
Oh, you mean last year we watched it?
Yeah.
We watched it live? Or no, we did? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then we recapped it. It was fun making fun of it.
It was fun, but this year it's like it's all movies that are just they're all.
But we're not watching it for that. We're watching it to
Sure.
see what Conan does and what they do. It was fun making fun of them because there was a lot of garbage there. So we'll see. Bill Capri, apart from Wolverine, what other X-Men should have his or her own movie? It would be neat to see someone in a standalone mission without having to rope in the whole team.
Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit's the one they tried to do, right? And they never got to do it. We'll see if they do it.
Well, they're gonna now.
Hopefully, yeah. Gambit's a good choice. Yeetle Juice, what are your guys' top 3 superhero transformations? Mine are Hulk in the first Avengers, Ghost Rider when he kickstarts his bike, and nanosuit Iron Man from Infinity War.
Yeah, when they're walking out in New York and the ship comes down, he goes, "Weep, weep, weep."
Right.
I love when he calls for his suit ups are all great.
Yeah.
But in Avengers, where Loki throws him out the window,
Yes.
and then the new suit comes in.
Oh, that one's great. Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough to beat the Hulk transformation in that first Avengers.
That's got to be
movie.
number one. Yeah. But yeah, there's Josh. Anything?
I'm remembering Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider was pretty cool. I think that might be one of my favorites.
Also, Batman and Robin with the badass bat nipples. That was pretty good.
It's not up there for me.
No, Josh?
It's an F on the tier list.
Really? Wow, that's shocking. Tony Prawn, any questions? What's your guys' favorite vacation spot?
Mexico.
Mexico's up there for sure. Aaron, Joe?
I've been to Cancun recently. I couldn't imagine anything beating that. And then the Hyatt Hill Country in San Antonio. It's the place where I take my kids every year.
I liked Hawaii. I like Hawaii a lot. I also liked San Francisco this past year, except for the big cock that I saw. But other than that, I really enjoyed San Francisco. It was a lot of fun.
Florida's really pretty in some places.
Of course, Miami.
Pop Culture Junkie, my top 5 Marvel films: Iron Man 1, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and Winter Soldier. So Iron Man 1's his favorite one. Wow. What's a non-superhero film that has no existing sequels or spin-offs that you would use AI to create sequels and spin-offs? I would not do that. But
That has
favorite
no sequels?
non-superhero film? God, that would take a minute to think. I mean, Inglourious Bastards is one of my favorite movies, period. It's not a superhero film, and it's a standalone, so... And I would not create a sequel.
Yeah, I don't know about... I know what he's trying to say, where you want more story, like something was maybe unresolved. I want to see what Andy Dufresne's doing on that beach. Maybe like they find him and he's got to kind of get out of it or something. Or they put him in Mexico jail or wherever he is, and he's
We
going
have to do this all over again. That's not going to ruin the story.
Another 20 years have gone by.
Now we're old men. What's the point of breaking out?
I am now El Irish.
Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe like a sequel to Memento.
Sure. Yeah, I guess you could do that. Robertson Patman, Pushfire Berry, MCU Phase 1, 2, and 3. Now I'd have to look up phases here. Obviously, Phase 1 is up to the first Avengers film.
Right.
I think Phase 3 is like Infinity War and Endgame, I want to say. Oh, I have it here. Let's see. These are the TV shows.
Guardians of the
Sorry.
Galaxy is in phase 1? I think
Maybe.
so, right?
There you go. Phase 1's up to Avengers, like you said. Go down. Phase 2 is Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. So
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
We're firing.
Phase 3 is, like Endgame, Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Ragnarok. I think you'd have to push that.
Push 3,
Push
Barry
3,
1, and
Barry,
Fire
yeah,
2.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yep.
All right. Amir, I'm with Joe in case of Reacher. Andrew, you have to give it another chance. Season 3 is great so far.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
go.
I'm going to start it this week.
Nice.
I still need to watch that.
Who's Moida? When are we getting an Alien Romulus review? Maybe never. I don't know. I don't know that we're going to be doing that. Sorry. The Rizzler, not sure if this has come up before, but I've been thinking about sending you guys a bracket for the best movie soundtrack. What do you think? Personally, I find it tough to choose, but these are among the best. Braveheart, Inception, Friday Night Lights, The Dark Knight, Gladiator, Requiem for a Dream, Pirates of the Caribbean. I could listen to these all day, any day.
Well, the question is, are we doing like scores or just like
Soundtracks.
or like soundtracks,
Like Guardians
like Guardians,
or
where it's
like
just
Star
a bunch
Wars.
of songs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
Because these are scores.
those are scores. So if
Yeah.
you're going scores, that could be really interesting.
Yeah, you'd think you'd probably have to separate the two, right?
Also, how is
Scores
not a
versus
Star Wars
soundtracks.
in there?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true, Star
if
Wars.
it's scores, you'd have to put in like Indiana Jones. You'd have to put in Beetlejuice. You'd have to put in
Jurassic
Star Wars,
Park.
Jurassic Park.
That'd
Yeah.
be really hard to make that bracket.
It'd be really
Yeah,
hard to
Rizzler,
make
if you want to
it.
make it, go for it, man.
Oh, God.
We're up for a challenge and another argument where people storm out. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast, follow the show on Twitter or X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. We're currently going through season 3 of Invincible. Then right after that is Daredevil Born Again. Then right after that is fucking The Last of Us. So we've got a lot of content coming to you. It's all coming. So we'll see you there. Patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. And we'll see you next week for the Oscars with Conan O'Brien, who hasn't been relevant in about 10 years. So it should be fine. Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Poor guy.